We begin tonight with an update on an al-Qaida operative who investigators say was involved in the attack on the USS Cole. You might remember that attack happened 18 years ago.
He was the target of a U.S. airstrike in Yemen on New Year's Day, and it is tonight's top story. The attack killed 17 sailors, including 2 from the coastal bend. They were 22-year-old Ron Chester Santiago and 26-year-old Gary Swinchonis Jr. Today, a military spokesperson said the airstrike targeted Jamal al-Benwali.
He was indicted by a federal grand jury in 2003 and charged with 50 counts of terrorism offenses, including murder of U.S. nationals and U.S. military personnel. Now, U.S. forces are working to confirm his death.